Hello. I only have a few days left in India and I wanted to do a video about change. There is so many people in the world today that resist change, whatever change that may be. I am one of those human people, so hello. And change can come in many different forms. Change always happens. Every day, actually, for me at least. Probably you also, if you're really thinking. Because you are not really the same person as you were yesterday. You have learned something new. Change can come in so many different forms. Usually, change is happening outside of us and inside of us. When change is happening outside, it can be maybe you got fired from your job or you lose your job in a way, so you need to find a new job. This can be stressful regarding money and security. It can maybe be that you quit your job but you have a new job, so you are just changing job. But that can also be scary because we're not really sure about how it will be. If it's not a job, then maybe when a relationship is ending and we're going to be single. And usually when we're going through changes, we are scared or we're not sure about the future. So the future is unknown for us. So therefore our ego gets very scared about the change usually. And not everyone is different. Everyone is unique, you know that. So some people actually like embrace change more. They love change. They see it as more of a challenge or of a possibility than something scary. But most people, the majority of people in the world, I believe, is fearful of change or is fearful of what we don't know in the future. When change is happening within us, we don't usually talk about it. Mostly when change is happening within people, they don't express it to even their families, even their friends. Usually people just go through it alone. Change within, I know it happened to you because you are not the same person you were 5 years ago. I was not the same person 1 week ago. The person 5 years ago, I wouldn't even recognize that person. And I think that a lot of people in the world we are putting on these layers. We're putting on these layers of who we think we are. It's connected to who our family thinks we are, who our friends thinks we are, because we have operated in a way for so long that they have only seen that side of us. And then all of a sudden we're maybe going through a transformation within, or we're shedding layers of not being that person of who society thinks you are, or who your family thinks you are, or your friends, but actually being the person who you want to be. Because you are the creator, right? So you can be whoever you want to be. But we are putting on these layers. We need to do this because this is our obligations as a member of society, or this is our obligations as a family member. Deep inside, our soul is what matters, and not what society thinks that how we should behave or do, not how our friends or family thinks who we should be or what we should do. And we can get advice, we can listen to our parents, we can listen to society, we can listen to our friends, of course, that we should do that. We should take their advice, but we don't need to be as everyone thinks they want us to be, because you can be whoever you want to be. And I believe that change, especially within us, usually people are scared of it because we have kind of been grown up to be scared of the unknown. We have kind of grown up to be scared of what we don't know, what we can't explain logically. For an example, if change is happening within you, so maybe new abilities is rising within, maybe new things that you can't really explain these abilities by logic, but they are happening to you, and maybe you feel that something is wrong with you. Maybe you feel that you are sick, but it's just a change within. And I think that humanity, the whole race, is evolving right now. And there is a lot of people in the world who go through this internal change, but not so many people talk about it. And I think that it's important to talk about because you're not alone. You are just going through the changes as everyone else is doing, changing friends, changing hobbies, changing the way you think, changing the way you speak or eat or train, or what kind of music you like, or who you were is changing. And if it is, then good, because that just means that your layers are shedding so you can be who you are, deep truly within. And if change is happening outside of your circumstances, like you're changing a job or relationship, or you're changing home or country or whatever, it's usually within us also, because I believe it's happening first, and then it's changed externally so we can match the vibration of what we have inside. When we're not doing that, so when we're changing inside, for an example, I'm changing inside and I don't want to work at the same thing that I did before. I want to change my work because I feel that my soul isn't getting what it needs. But I'm still at the same job. This has changed within me, but I'm still at the same job. And I know deep inside that this has changed within me, but I'm not doing anything about my external situation. Then the Tower comes in the Tarot, which is basically unexpected change. The universe steps in. Can also be judgment or justice. It's like when a higher power steps in and takes control, like you are gonna change because you have already changed, so why aren't you taking action? And usually it's because we are scared, because we are scared about the unknown. We don't know what's gonna happen, and therefore we're just gonna chill here and see, because it's comfortable here and I like it and I know how it is and I feel safe. I want to feel safe, so I'm just gonna stay here even though my soul wants something new. And then the universe steps in, a higher power steps in and like, uh-oh, you're gonna change. And changes everything in your life, and you're scared as shit. Your ego is scared and like, what is it? And then all of a sudden everything has kind of like calm itself down. The change has happened and you're understanding that, wow, this was the best thing that ever happened to me. I'm so happy that I just went through this change, even though I felt that it was scary and I felt that I didn't see any way out. Or I became stronger, I became more myself, I became closer to who I am. This is mostly regarding internal change, but it's external also. I mean, if we change job, we usually change to something that's better for us, that's more connected to what we like to do, even if it sometimes takes more jobs to really find that really close job that you want to do. We need to also take action regarding that, and we need to face our fear. So in order for us to do what we dream of, we need to face our mind, we need to face our ego and just do it, even though we are very scared about whatever fear that your brain is making up. Fears are bullshit. Fears are illusion. And you should be proud that you're going through a change, whatever that change may be for you, because that change just means that you are shedding your layers, you're becoming more who you are, you're being more yourself. And it doesn't matter what society thinks of you, it doesn't matter what your family or your friends thinks about your change. Whatever change or whatever it is that you feel strongly within you that you need to make, or who you want to be. Some people are scared of being alone. That's why they want other people to like us, right? And that's a fear most people have, being lonely. And it's pretty weird because we're so many people in this world. Even though we're like millions, billions of people, the most feared thing is to be alone. We're never lonely. We may be alone. No, we're never alone. We always are in a connection with everything and with everyone. You are connected with everything in an energetic field. And so we're never lonely. We're always connected with everyone and everything and a higher power. And when we have that faith, because that's change is coming from that higher power. When we just embrace it and when we just trust that higher power, that this change is actually for my best, I will look back on this change and like laugh it in the face, because it was the most perfectly sane thing that would happen, even though it feels the most insane when it occurs. So it's weird. Life is weird, and I hate and love change. I love change. My ego hates it, but my soul loves it. If you're going through an internal change, if you feel alone, or if you feel that, you know, you're shedding maybe friends that just isn't maybe your friends anymore, or you're shedding habits or jobs, or you're just changing within or changing outside, remember that you're not alone, and you're doing it just so you can be more yourself. It's better to be who you are than to pretend to be something you are not. When we are pretending to have this facade for society, have this facade for our friends, our family, we like pretending to be something that we are not. It's just draining our soul. It's just a mask. It's just an act. Sometimes acting just drains you. It's just better to be true, even if you're a bit weird, even if you're a bit awkward, even if your humor is a bit twisted. It doesn't matter, because you are you, and that's awesome, that's unique. I have a tattoo here from Kurt Cobain. It's in Swedish, a quote: "I'd rather be hated for who I am than loved for who I am not." And it's so true. And the most important thing about this quote is that you, only you, know who you are. People around you have no idea who you are. The other people and society and people in our world and friends and family members and all of that, they only have their own perception of you. They have only seen what they have seen from their own eyes of you. So you are the only one who actually knows what you have gone through. And you are not the things that you have gone through, but it has made you and shaped you into who you are. And that's also why it's so nice to just go through change and just shed all of these layers and just be who you want to be, because you can decide. You are the creator of your life. You are the main character, and you can decide. It's like a video game, and you can customize your own player, choose kind of what talents that player wants to have, because you can always grow new talents. So embrace change, embrace who you are. Be yourself. As cliche as it seems, I like cliche things. I even have it tattooed, be yourself. So just be it. It doesn't matter what people think of you, because we only have a limited time in this world. We don't really have so much time here. So why pretend to be someone you're not when you can just be yourself and just have fun instead? That sounds good. And that's kind of how I want to end this video. And it doesn't matter if your pupils are weird. It doesn't matter if you don't have 10 fingers. You're beautiful and you're perfect as you are, because you're perfectly unique. Such deep. Why am I so deep all the time? I don't know. Well, it's better that I am this to a camera than annoying everyone around me about my deep questions about life and the mystery of the universe and the stars and my soul and your soul. Thank you so much for watching this video. What I'm talking about, I'm not even sure, but change, I think. And have a beautiful day, have a beautiful week, have a beautiful life. Take care of yourself and subscribe. Bye.